All right, everyone, listen up because this is important. I've got a quick heads up for all of you who rely on Social Security and SSI payments. There's something coming up in March 2026 that you absolutely need to be aware of. We're talking about your money, your livelihood, and making sure you get what you're owed right on time. So if you're a beneficiary or know someone who is, stick around, because we're going to break down exactly what this means for you. Today, we're going to cover everything you need to know about these upcoming payments. This isn't just some general information. It's specific to March 2026, and it's critical for anyone receiving Social Security or supplemental security income. We want to make sure you're completely prepared and understand when your money is scheduled to arrive. Nobody wants to be caught off guard when it comes to their finances, especially when those finances are essential for daily living. Knowing the exact dates and any potential changes can save you a lot of stress and hassle. It helps you budget, plan, and simply live your life without unnecessary worry about when your next payment will hit your account. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details, I need you to do two things for me. First, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We put out crucial information like this regularly, and by subscribing, you ensure you don't miss out on any vital updates that could directly impact your financial well-being. We're building a community here, and your support helps us keep bringing you these important alerts. Second, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Drop a comment below and tell us your city or state. It's always fascinating to see how far our reach extends and to connect with people from all over. Knowing where our audience is helps us tailor our content even better, so don't be shy. Now, let's talk about why this particular March 2026 update is so important. Social Security and SSI payments follow a pretty consistent schedule, but sometimes holidays or weekends can shift things around. These shifts, even by a day or two, can make a big difference for people who budget tightly. We're going to walk through the standard payment calendar, explain how these adjustments work, and highlight any specific dates you need to mark down for March 2026. Understanding the system means you can anticipate your funds and avoid any surprises. This isn't about scare tactics. It's about providing clear, actionable information so you can manage your money effectively. We'll also discuss why it's always a good idea to regularly check your payment status. Don't just assume everything will happen exactly as planned. While the Social Security Administration is usually very reliable, errors can occur or information can get outdated. Being proactive by checking your status means you can catch any potential issues early and address them before they become bigger problems. This habit of checking in can be your best defense against unexpected delays or discrepancies. It's about taking control and staying informed rather than passively waiting and hoping for the best. We'll cover the official channels you can use to do this, ensuring you're always looking at the most accurate and up-to-date information. So, stay with me as we dive deeper into the specifics. So let's get into the specific dates for March 2026 payments. This is where the rubber meets the road, and you'll want to pay close attention. The Social Security Administration, or SSA, has a pretty standard schedule for sending out payments. Generally, if you started receiving benefits before May 1997, your Social Security payment usually arrives on the third day of the month. This is a consistent date that many long-time beneficiaries rely on. However, for those who started receiving benefits after May 1997, your payment schedule is determined by your birth date. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment typically comes on the second Wednesday of each month. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, you can expect your payment on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, your payment usually arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Now that's the general rule. But what happens when a payment date falls on a weekend or a federal holiday? This is where special situations come into play, and it's why paying attention to the specific month is crucial. When a scheduled payment date lands on a Saturday, Sunday, or a holiday, the SSA will usually send the payment on the preceding business day. This is done to ensure you receive your funds without delay, even if the actual date is inconvenient. For March 2026, we need to look at the calendar closely. The 3rd of March, for those who started benefits before May 1997, falls on a Tuesday. So for that group, the payment should arrive right on time, March 3rd, 2026. No changes there. Now, let's break down the Wednesday payments for March 2026. The second Wednesday of March 2026 is March 11th. So if your birthday is between the 1st and 10th, mark March 11th on your calendar. The third Wednesday of March 2026 is March 18th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and 20th, that's your day. Finally, the fourth Wednesday of March 2026 is March 25th. This is the date for those whose birthdays are between the 21st and 31st. Looking at the calendar, none of these specific Wednesdays in March 2026 fall on a federal holiday, nor do they fall on a weekend. This means that for most Social Security beneficiaries, your payments should arrive exactly as scheduled, without any early or late adjustments due to weekends or holidays. However, there's also Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. SSI payments usually go out on the first day of each month. For March 2026, March 1st falls on a Sunday. This is an important detail. Because March 1st, 2026 is a Sunday, the SSI payment for March will actually be sent out on the previous business day, which is Friday, February 28th, 2026. So if you receive SSI, you should expect your March payment to arrive at the very end of February. This is a common occurrence and something to be aware of when the first of the month is a non-business day. It's not a delay. It's an adjustment to ensure timely delivery. It's also good practice to check your payment status regularly, even when there aren't obvious shifts. Why? Because sometimes things happen. Maybe there's a system glitch, or an address change didn't go through properly, or perhaps there's an issue with your bank account. Being proactive means you can spot any potential problems early. If you see that your payment hasn't arrived when it should, you can immediately investigate, rather than waiting days or even weeks. This reduces stress and helps you manage your finances better. We're going to talk about how to check your status in the next section, but for now just remember that a quick check can save you a lot of trouble. This isn't about distrusting the system, but about being an informed and prepared individual. Okay, so we've covered when to expect your payments and why it's smart to keep an eye on things. Now let's get into the practical side. How do you actually check your payment status? Knowing this can save you a lot of worry and give you peace of mind. There are a few official ways to do this, and it's good to be familiar with all of them. The first and probably most convenient method is through the Social Security Administration's official website. They have an online portal called My Social Security. If you don't already have an account, setting one up is straightforward. You'll need to provide some personal information to verify your identity. But once that's done, you'll have access to a wealth of information about your benefits. Through your My Social Security account, you can check your payment history, see your future payment schedule, and even get a benefit verification letter. It's a secure platform, and it's available 24/7, so you can check your status whenever it suits you. This is usually the quickest way to confirm if your payment has been processed and sent. Another reliable option is to call the SSA directly. They have a national toll-free number, 1-800-772-1213. This number is available Monday through Friday, usually from 8:00 a.m. to 7:00 p.m. local time. When you call, you'll likely go through an automated system first. It's designed to answer common questions and guide you to the right department. You might need to provide your Social Security number and other identifying information to access your specific payment details. If the automated system can't help, you'll have the option to speak with a representative. Talking to a person can be helpful if you have a more complex issue, or just prefer to get confirmation directly from an SSA employee. Just be prepared for potential wait times, especially during peak hours. For those who prefer a more traditional approach, you can also visit your local Social Security office. While this isn't always the most efficient method, especially if you live far from an office or have mobility issues, it can be useful if you need in-person assistance or have documents to submit. Before you go, it's a good idea to check their operating hours and whether you need to make an appointment. Sometimes offices can be busy, so planning ahead can save you a long wait. When you visit, bring your identification and any relevant documents related to your benefits. The staff there can look up your payment status and help resolve any issues you might be facing. Beyond these direct methods, you can also keep an eye on your bank account. Most payments are made via direct deposit, so your bank statement or online banking portal will show when the funds arrive. If you're enrolled in direct deposit, the money should appear in your account on the scheduled payment date, or slightly earlier if that date falls on a weekend or holiday, as we discussed. If you're still receiving payments by mail, which is less common now, then you'd be looking for a paper check. This method is generally slower and more susceptible to delays, so if you're not on direct deposit, it might be worth considering switching over for greater reliability. The goal here is really to make sure you feel empowered and informed. Having these tools at your disposal means you don't have to guess or worry unnecessarily about your Social Security or SSI payments. Knowing how and where to check your status puts you in control and allows you to quickly address any discrepancies. It's all about being proactive rather than reactive. In conclusion, staying on top of your payment information is always the best approach. It's always better to be prepared for any eventuality. Keep an eye out for any official updates from the Social Security Administration, whether through their website, mail, or news alerts. The SSA sometimes makes adjustments or sends out important notices, and you want to be aware of those. Also, make sure your contact information with the SSA is always correct and up to date. This includes your mailing address, phone number, and bank account details for direct deposit. Incorrect information can lead to delays or even missed payments, which no one wants. By being vigilant and utilizing the resources available, you can ensure a smooth and timely receipt of your benefits. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more important updates.